Chag Sameach, everyone. Tonight is Lag BaOmer. This week's Parashat is Parashat Emor. In Parashat Emor, the Torah tells us about the mitzvah of Sfirat HaOmer, the mitzvah of counting the Omer. The 50 days that we count between Pesach and Shavuot. Tonight, on the 33rd night, we celebrate something special. So what's so special about tonight? Well, there are two things. One of them is that the plague that was killing Rabbi Akiva's students ended, and the second one is the Hilulah of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. So let's start with the latter, the Hilulah of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. So what is a Hilulah? When someone passes away, there are different ways to deal with someone passing away. Most of us choose the classic way of mourning when we're sad for the one that we lost. However, in a Hasidic view, there is a Hilulah. And the Hilulah brings a happier way of celebrating the person's life and all that he accomplished. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai requested that when he passed away, that it would be a Hilulah as opposed to a yard site, which is the common way that most of us do it. On another reason that connects Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and Rabbi Akiva was Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai was one of 5 students that did not die from the plague. Out of 24,000 of Rabbi Akiva's students, only 5 remained. One of them was Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. So why was there a plague in the first place? The Gemara tells us the plague came because Rabbi Akiva's students were not acting respectful one of another. Rabbi Akiva's students, this is the same Rabbi Akiva that last week's Parsha was the pasuk that he took as the most important mitzvah. The mitzvah of V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Love your neighbor like yourself. His students are the ones that were acting disrespectful. So where does that come from? An idea behind this is that the disrespectfulness came from such a place of each one thinking that they understood what Rabbi Akiva was saying better than anyone else, that they understood the Torah and only their way was the right way. There were students that said the only way is to worship God through prayer, and those who said through learning. Those who said that the only way to worship God comes from a place of fear, and those who said that it only comes from a place of love. And the truth is that not much has changed. Today, we have Jews that think that the only way to be Jewish is to go to the army, and those who think that the only way is to learn Torah. Those who think that we need to expose ourselves to everything in the world, and those who think that to enclose ourselves. Those who think that the only way to serve God is to be on the far right, and those who think that the only way is on the far left. And the truth is, it's a combination of everything. It's a combination of everything. And why were the students dying? It wasn't that each one had their own way. It was the non-compromising of their ways. Of each one saying, mine is the only way to worship God. And going to their friends and saying, if you worship God your way, you're doing it wrong. And the difference between those 5 students and the students of Rabbi Akiva that passed away and us, the only difference was the willing to listen, the willing to accept other people's point of views, to realize that we are all God's children and that our ways of worshiping God are many, and each one of them brings something special to the table. May we learn from this, and God willing, may our plague also go away tonight from learning the love and respecting each other. Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach.